What? Welcome. Why? What's going on here? Am I not close enough anymore? Oh, there we go. We can't get any closer. They need to get closer to me. It's gonna be too wet. Now it's too wet. There we go. Welcome back to Assassin's Creed Shadows. Just trying to paint some ducklings, man. This was an interesting way to start the video. It wasn't what I expected, but I turned to my right and saw this, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta paint this. But yeah, yesterday we killed Mitsuhide, the man who betrayed Oda Nobunaga. He is dead. We killed him with Yasuke. So now,
Got it.
today, we are back. Mandarin ducks, babies following mother. Mother and ducklings. An ink painting of a mother duck leading her flock of ducklings for a swim. Mandarin ducks are devoted mothers, caring for their babies, which hatch in the springtime. The offspring instinctively keep close to their mother, following her every move almost immediately after hatching. The mother duck keeps her ducklings warm and protects them from predators while they develop independence and learn to fly. Oh, there you have it. We learned about some ducks in the start of this episode. How amazing. But, so Mitsuhide, he was killed in the last episode, and we got one person left of the Shinbakufu. And that is the man behind the mask, Ashikaga Yoshiaki. Former enemy of Oda Nobunaga, I do believe, if I remember correctly. And, yeah. Now it's time for, him to die and us to get that box back, man. So, yeah, man. I mean, we killed two people in the last episode, actually, but Mitsuhide was the important one, and we killed the noble guy too. Unfortunately, he had to take a father away from a son, but I guess that's what happens, and you're a terrible, terrible person. Assassinate Ashikaga Yoshiaki. There he is. Let me just ease on down here.
The fallen samurai and the shadow from Iga. We meet again.
I skipped that first part by accident, but that's alright.
Do not fear me. I am alone.
Of course you are. You have no more followers. They're all dead.
You see, I have nothing to hide. I assume you know who I am.
The Shogun. Or at least the one who once held claim to this title.
You're the coward who killed my father.
The fool fights even when all is lost. The wise concedes victory and looks to the future. You have won. The treasure is yours.
The regalia is inside?
I have some respect for our traditions yet. Where the box goes, so does the jewel. I underestimated your resilience, Shadow. And I admit, it cost me everything.
I promised my father I would return what was stolen from us. I always keep my word.
An honorable trait that could prove useful to you today.
Why do you give it to us so freely?
Consider it a starting point. To initiate negotiations that I leave with my life.
No.
No.
You die here today.
You're dying,
It's
buddy.
not vengeance you truly desire, young Igan. Not anymore. I hear you seek another shadow, carrying a wristblade like yours. Now, it is customary to discuss terms. Sit.
Where?
Give me your word, and I will tell you where.
Was it a woman?
I neglected to ask. My spies were more taken with how she faded into nothingness.
We do not know if he tells the truth.
Why lie and have the shadow hunt me? I paid a steep price to learn that lesson, samurai.
You don't get to leave with your life, buddy.
All right. You have my word.
No, he fucking doesn't.
In Yamato, at Sakafuniishi.
Let's go.
No! We have to
Yes.
kill him!
I did not promise him anything. You killed my daimyo and betrayed our emperor. You must answer for this.
Warmongering fools like Oda Nobunaga betrayed our world, sacrificed our people. Men like him have undermined the order of the shogunate for more than a century with their thirst for power. They have plunged us into chaos. Am I not, after all, the legitimate ruler of our lands? I wanted only to take back my rightful place, to return us to order.
By stealing what the Emperor entrusted to the Kakushibaiki.
Objects believed to be magical. In my hands, they became a means to restore, to secure our country's future.
You sold them to the Portuguese.
We both know we are not talking about regular merchants and Jesuits. I suspect you have been looking for the Templar Order for some time, Samurai. Their demise is near to your heart, surely nearer than any desire to kill me. Or are you just like them, underneath that armor you wear? My life for my information.
I have found Duarte de Melo. His days of torture and treachery on the slave ships are over.
Seek out the Silver Queen of the Tada Mines. You may find her sympathetic.
We have what we need.
Without the Shimbakufu, you have no value. No more leverage. The foreigners will come back for the box and kill you.
But I do not have the box. You do. It is in everyone's interest that you find them before they find us, Samurai.
You were afraid of them.
Terrified.
Lord Nobunaga feared no such force. His name will live on forever. You will live in shame and die forgotten.
Roblox is updated too, look at that.
Did you get what you wanted?
I did. But it doesn't feel over.
We both have new paths to trace. All because of this. I wonder how many lives have paid for its passage to us.
Too many to count. But not one more. We'll make sure of it.
No.
Such burdens are more bearable when shared.
We're really leaving him alive. I don't get a choice in this. I am severely disappointed. I wanted him to fucking die. God damn it. Death Blossom. Defeat all Shimbakufu. I am unbelievably disappointed in that. Ashikaga Yoshiaki, the ousted shogun, was the mysterious leader behind the Shimbakufu. Paranoid and distrustful, he made a private deal with the Templar as insurance, offering them the most sacred imperial treasures in return for money and power. I'm so disappointed in that, man. I really wanted to kill the fucking guy. I hate this. Alright. The spy is right up here. Who the hell are all these guys? Who the hell are you? Doesn't matter. The same goes for you too, buddy. Alright. You.
Yasuke, the Silver Queen is somewhere in Tada Silver Mine. A young woman, noble background. This place is heavily guarded. Surely I could help.
Go home, my friend. I will take it from here.
I'm killing them all. They all deserve to die. Come on, buddy. Alright, who's next? I didn't even know there were Templars here. Or Portuguese, I guess, is who they are. Alright, who's next?
It is him. We should go.
Hey, you guys don't get to leave without dying. You guys want next? Come on. Come on. Oh man. Just killing everybody today. I'm on a fucking rampage.
You are the Silver Queen. I am Yasuke.
I know who you are. It's not safe here. He is everywhere. And always watching.
And where might he be?
Follow me to my house. We will talk there.
Alright. It's crazy how, like, out of everyone, like, it started off, I loved playing Yasuke. And then it came around to the point where literally Naue is legitimately more overpowering than Yasuke. Because I can, and it's all basically because I can parry any attack, which automatically makes them vulnerable to my attacks. Whether it's a blue attack, a string of blue attacks, or a red attack.
It is complicated. We will leave it as such for now.
I have a skill for uncomplicating such matters.
There are some problems that cannot be resolved with the swing of a blade.
Perhaps. But it is a good place to start.
Do I have to kill anyone else? I just want to let you know I'm very good with a sword. I think I could solve every problem with a sword swing, by the way. Can I kill your guys? Be very mad. Would be mad. Okay, I can't. So would be very mad if I just brutally assassinated them. All right. What am I listening to? What is happening? Ah. I'm not gonna drink that. Yeah, Yasuke. Yasuke, what do you... Yasuke. Yasuke.
My name is Hosokawa Tama. The Westerners call me Silver Queen. Not by my choice.
You run the silver trade for these Westerners. Also not by choice, I am assuming.
As I said, I know who you are. But I do not know you. Why did you come here?
A Portuguese man bearing a cross-shaped pendant.
What will you do when you find him?
Kill him.
It is simple. He must die.
And you believe this is possible?
I need to find him.
If you know this man, then you also know what he is capable of.
He doesn't know what I'm capable of.
If you requested my presence here, that means you know what I am capable of. Tell me where he is. I can help you. I swear it.
I did not ask you here for help.
Then...
God, I told you not to drink it.
Why did
I have my orders.
you... What?
God damn it, Yasuke, you're too easily trusting. There he is. Look at him.
No.
And now I gotta have frickin'
Those giants. You made things difficult for me. You and that shinobi. Killing the Shinbaku flag, fine. I get it. But then, the Melu? And him, the Japanese fellow. I took offense. And not... The girl from Iga is a bit harder to find. You, not so much.
Bastard.
And now I hear you're interested in finding me. Very few people are supposed to know who I am. You look familiar.
Attack him. I knew that wasn't gonna work. And, nothing was gonna work here.
Never mind. You all look familiar. Thank you, Silver Queen, for your service. One less problem for us. Lord Mitsuhide's killer, in the flesh, made your father suffer before lopping his head off. Unfortunate.
Let me finish him off. For what he did to my father.
Well, there's Mitsuhide's spirit. Who am I to deny you vengeance? Progress has slowed recently. You will fix this, yes? A favor for a favor?
You will have what is yours.
For your troubles, my lady.
I should have just sword to go through her back, but... Oh. She didn't kill him. Took his sword, though, obviously.
Daughter of Mitsuhide, you poisoned me.
Do not speak. Listen. You're supposed to be dead. Before Honnoji, my father sent my brother and me here as collateral. A gesture of good faith to the Nanban invaders. Now, Carol scrapes this land clean. The silver will run out, as will my brother's usefulness. And mine.
And your brother already
My
dead.
father thought he could protect us, that he would return soon. You ensured that would not happen.
And yet, I am still breathing. Why?
What you said about helping me, I believed you. Was I wrong too?
Will you give me Carol?
My terms first. Will you help me?
A samurai keeps their word.
Karo hides behind those who would do his bidding. Your spies found me. They won't find him. His men hold my brother, Mitsuyoshi, to ensure my cooperation.
Well, is Mitsuhide your father? Oh, yeah.
Kameyama
That's what they fucking said.
North of here. He is the only family I have left. Help me take him away from this place. You do this for me, and I will give you what you want. Who you want.
Good, I'm killing Karo. This
No.
is gonna be the last
We
episode.
cannot be seen together. I am supposed to be dead.
I can get you into Kameyama.
No. If you will offer up Karo as you said, there is little that stands between me and your brother.
Who is Karo to you? If I am to step aside, I need reassurances.
I'll be
It
honest.
was a long time ago, or it felt like a long time ago. He took something from me. He and his people.
And you hope to get it back? From him?
Don't think
I
I can.
gain nothing from betraying you.
How'd I get my
will
sword
bring
back?
your brother to you unscathed.
Atago Shrine. Meet me there once you've freed Mitsuyoshi.
I already got a Teppo. I don't need the pistol. Blue needs a Teppo. Well, I got a big ass fucking sword. Actually, it's like bringing a fucking knife to a gunfight. That actually sounds fucking stupid. I really shouldn't say that. Alright, I did not expect there to be people out here as soon as I fucking busted through the doors. Where am I going? Oh, I'm just escaping the mines. Okay. And I go wherever I can to escape. Who's next? There's nothing I can do about him. Alright, well, there was something I could do about it. Alright, now I gotta deal with all of you. Okay, now I'm being attacked by two different people at the same fucking time. Who's next? Stop asking for more warriors. Especially warriors that can't even lace my frickin' boots, man. Come on, you next. Alright, I need to be careful and actually watch for those alarms. Another one over there. I'm gonna run straight to it. Run straight through it and get rid of it. Alright, it's gone. Go down. Oh, I see there's a guy climbing up here like an idiot. Alright, he's dead. Oops. You're just a big guy throwing rocks at me. Come on. Who's next? Stop throwing rocks at me, you fucking asshole. Alright, buddy, it's just you. Come on down here. Ow, you hit me. Off goes the head. Alright, I have 11 freaking health things, dude. That's wild.
My eyes playing tricks now.
Who's first? You're first? Sorry, I'm really focused on the fight. I'm just supposed to escape, so I'm outside of the mines, but I'll just keep going this way.
would someone
There's someone else running around to me. Oh, it's you guys. Alright, how much farther do I gotta go? Is this outside the mines here? Who said that? Whatever.
Kameyama Castle lies to the north.
I'm going south. That would have been nice to know. I should have escaped north. That's alright, I'll fly in there and kill them all. I'll get the Akechi Mitsuyoshi. Sorry. Isn't this guy's name Akechi as well? No, he's Ashikaga. No, Akechi is Akechi Mitsuhide. So Akechi Mitsuyoshi. He's the Akechi clan. With Hosokawa Tama. Interesting. Okay, where do I go then? Up there? It's a good thing I can fast travel there. I can fast travel on top of the fucking thing. The only problem is I have to worry about them fucking alarms. So I gotta run to those. I gotta scout those out first, run to those before anyone else does, destroy it, go back down and fight. That's the game plan. That's what we have to do.
Kameyama Castle, built by Mitsuhide as a home and base. Now a prison to Mitsuhide's son. Tama's
Hello.
brother was here recently.
Yeah, sorry. Who's here? Alright, come fight. Alright, come on, one at a time. Oh, you both died. Is there another one behind me? Oh god, there's two big guys. Oh god, there's three of them. Okay, that's gonna be annoying. You know what? That'll do me some favors.
Mitsuyoshi should be held near the Tenshu, inside the living quarters.
So literally right where I landed. Awesome. Thank God for fast traveling.
Samurai. Here. They took him. The young lord locked him away. Beneath a Tenshu, a key. Here. Stole it when I had the chance.
I will help him. You have done everything you can.
Gurgles. Alright. Looks like I go that way. I don't think those alarms are actually gonna fucking do anything to me, to be honest with you. Well, because who gives a fuck if I get wanted? Everyone's already gonna fucking be coming after me.
You, samurai. I have not seen you before.
Lord Mitsuyoshi?
If you're going to kill me, do it quickly. Better yet, hand me your wakizashi. I will show you how a warrior dies with dignity.
My name is Yasuke. I was sent here by Lady Tama. She is expecting you at Atago Shrine.
Anewe? Atago. No. One of the foreigners. Baltazar. He took my katana. I can't go to Atago without it.
Your Anewe has gone through much to keep you safe. If something were to happen to you, I do not know how I could face her. Come, let us talk elsewhere. Stay close, young lord. I will ensure no harm falls upon you.
Why are you helping me anyway?
I promise Lady Tama, my lord.
Yes, I understand that. What I mean is, what do you get from helping us?
Okay, just stop.
to do what is right.
I see. I understand.
Let me deal with these lads. Who's next? Yes, we should. Hold on, I'm looting, guys. Oh, where are you going? Are you running in circles? Okay. I don't even think he knew where he was going for a minute. Those alarms don't mean anything right now then, I'm assuming? Hopefully not. We're gonna find out if somebody runs into these.
This place is dangerous.
I just killed the biggest guy in the group here. You guys think you're really gonna beat me? Alright, buddy. Get your stupid fucking staff out of here. You're last, my friend. Come on in and take a slice.
We should go now.
Alright, we out.
That non-bomb fool. He is usually in the courtyard. No doubt showing off my katana.
I will deliver your blade to Atago. Do you know the way?
I have been there many times with my father.
Then go. Be careful, young lord.
Sorry for killing your father. I'm really not, but... Alright. After the katana, let me destroy this bell just to be on the safe side of things here. Who really knows what will happen? Oh. Wait, hold on. I gotta be on the other side. No, that's not at all what I wanted. Oh, come on, here, come on, here we go. That's what I wanted to do. Alright, let's cut you down. Alright, now we go after the blade. Hold on, gotta be careful real quick. Motherfucker, I'm a fucking idiot. Let's just put it there. Alright. I won't be an idiot once I do this. Just fucking drop Yasuke.
That katana, it does not belong to you.
Well, it's in my hands, isn't it? You want it so badly? I'll give it to you.
That's fine, that'll kill that guy at least. And we'll just leave this guy who's all alone. God, why can't you parry these type of attacks?
I told you, it does not belong to you. Now, to Atago Shrine.
Alright. Did I collect it? I'm assuming I collected it. Retrieve Mitsuyoshi's katana. Why is that still the thing? Did you not have it here? Okay, I'm incredibly confused, but I will meet you guys over at the shrine, I guess. Hey, what's this Ronin doing, dude? Gosh darn frickin' Ronin. Always causing a frickin' problem.
Yasuke, over here! My katana. Do you have it?
I do. I will give it to you at the shrine. We can go up together.
Okay, let's go. When Balthazar took my katana, I was so angry I cried in my room. I felt like I couldn't protect anything or anyone, including my sister. Then I got mad at myself for acting like a small child. A child who will never be a warrior.
To be a warrior, you must believe in something. You must open your heart to it. Be willing to lay your emotions bare. To feel nothing is to believe in nothing. Shedding tears is the mark of a warrior.
Thank you, Yasuke.
Yasuke?
Yasuke! Aneoe! You kept us safe.
I did what I had to, dear brother. And now, we are leaving this place.
But what about that man? Karo? We can't just...
It will be taken care of. Do you have father's katana? Then go. Quickly now, we ride out soon.
Don't be like your father.
Before each battle, my father would visit Atago with that katana and pray to the deities for protection. Now, the katana belongs to my brother. It is up to him to decide what to do with it.
Will you tell him?
No. Mitsuyoshi will leave the blade here to rest. A proper parting with our father. There has been enough death around me lately. And I know what you are capable of.
I bear no ill will or threat towards you and Lord Mitsuyoshi. I hope this much is clear.
I know.
So, this is why you spared me.
For a second, I thought about it. Pulling the trigger. Then I remembered how you looked at Karo. I mistook it for hatred at first. But then, I saw something else. Something that showed me who you really were. It was then I knew you weren't my enemy.
You wish for Karo's demise as well.
I prayed for his death daily. A corrupting influence on my father, my home, my family. I hope to put this time behind me as well. To free myself from the whims of those who crave power.
truly move on is to forget why you survived. I do not see you as someone who can move on.
Who am I, then?
Someone who took a risk on me and their own life, all to save their brother. Someone defined by their love. You are strong enough to face your past and whatever comes next. Your brother reminds me of another boy. One very close to my heart.
You will return to this boy safely. Your eyes told me.
You said it was not hatred nor rage. What did you see?
Purpose. Takeda Castle. You will find Carol there.
And I barge into Takeda Castle. And I kill Karo. And we end this once and for all. Mysterious woman known as Silver Queen is Hosokawa Tama, daughter of the traitor Mitsuhide. She was forced to collaborate with the Templars but gained a reprieve from Yasuke when she helped him track down the nefarious Nunokaro. Nunokaro. Assassinate Nunokaro. Alright. To Takeda Castle.
I must be ready for fighting.
I am fine. This is fine.
Alright. Eat off the fucking thing real quick, hurt my back, and I was going to a fight with Nunokaro. I'm on the other side of the door.
Karo, you are near. Can you feel it? It is the sins of your past given form.
Oh, hold on. I gotta be on this side of the door. Open gate. Confront Nunokaro. Here we go, baby. I'm assuming the final fight.
She helped him.
Yes, senor. It was a bloodbath, and she was nowhere to be found.
Didn't expect the giant to be the one that gave her a voice. Like a wagon following the donkey.
Nunokaro.
Speak of the devil.
You will answer for what you did.
You speak as if we know each other personally.
We do. It's all right, Mama.
Shinukaro!
Dorte de Mello. I could have gave Yasuke's mother a name instead of just saying Yasuke's a mother.
Who sent you?
No, no one, Senor Caro. No one. Please! We saw nothing! We saw nothing! Ah! Mama! Ah! Ah, Mama! Mama!
It's of your own choosing.
Holy shit! So that's how he wound up on the boat, and that's how,
Yasuke!
It was necessary. I had to set an example to the others. Your mother's death taught everyone how I felt about insubordination. Everyone except you, it seems.
Consider how I have cheated death twice in your presence. Consider the lives I have claimed to get to you. And then, consider how you will speak of my mother.
So, what do you want, Diogo? Revenge? It will get you nothing, I'm afraid. We have the regalia already.
Not for long. We will make sure of it.
We? Diogo. I was sent here because no one else in my organization cared enough. And look what I accomplished. Look around you, Diogo. Everything you see here is mine. This land, its resources, its people. You should understand that better than anyone.
If you know what honor is, you will face me alone. This is between us, Caro.
There is no us, Diogo. We are not of the same kind. Do you know what I mean?
I do.
My friends, the bounty for escaped slaves will be honored today, but only dead.
Run. It will serve you no use.
Kill him, so we can focus on what really matters.
alright. Then I kill all of you.
Kill him. Remind him of his...
Nuno Carl, you get your fucking ass back here. In the words of a great man named Braun Strowman, I'm not finished with you. Where the... Do I have to run through this door? Did I run through the door? It didn't work. How do I get inside of here then? Where did he go? Where did I watch him go? He went in there, didn't he? Oh no, he went up here. Oh, okay, wait, I'm just an idiot. Nuno Caro.
greater warriors than you. You cannot hide from me.
You get your ass back here, Nuno Caro. Fuck yeah. Everyone's dying today. I am taking Nuno Caro's head. Oh, get off that, Yasuke. Jesus, stop fucking around, buddy.
Face me!
I see you got frickin' people of Japanese descent on your side too. But that won't save you. Now, you die.
Stay away, Diogo. Let us settle this like civilized men.
You know nothing of civility. You talk too much.
Killing me won't bring your mother back, yo. Killing me won't bring your... Killing me won't bring your mother back, Diogo.
Oh, I got shot.
No more. You win, Diogo.
I don't win till you're dead.
You win. Please. Diogo.
Fuck yeah.
After you killed my mother, I kept my desire for vengeance in my heart. In the same place I once held thoughts of her. It kept me alive, nourished me, to get to you today.
Then, it's yours. Vengeance. Not that it will bring her back.
It is no longer mere vengeance I want.
Then what is it? What is this all about?
A declaration of war against the Templar Order.
You are serious? My God, you're serious. What makes you think you can win?
Because you confuse your capacity for violence with power. There is some power in deciding who lives and dies. I can attest to this. But you wield this power with fear. You fear that which you cannot control. Because deep down, you understand you have no power.
And what does killing me prove?
That no one is untouchable. That even you are just one blade of grass in a withering field. And when you die, no one will remember you. Your death will only ever be a message to your compatriots. One that says you should fear us.
We will hunt you down. My group will send everything at you.
Let them
They
try.
will try. We will be ready. And they will discover everything is not enough.
This isn't over. It's the beginning, in fact. The beginning of your end.
It is done.
Declaring war on the Templars. A fool's errand. Goodbye, Diogo.
Fuck yeah. Nuno Caro is dead. There's a
My
lot of
name.
blood on Yasuke.
It's Yasuke.
There you have it. Nuno Caro is dead. Just like that. End of the line. Oh, my computer shut off. Not shut off, but it's my PC, my monitor went in sleep. An odious figure from Yasuke's past, Nuno Caro was the Portuguese Templar who was responsible for the death of Yasuke's mother. Yasuke confronted him at Takeda Castle and put an end to his ruinous ambitions. Look at that. We've now finished every single board that there is. Reached the Sakafunishi ruins. Oh, we got some things for these guys. Talk to Tomiko. Complete Jinjuro's personal journey. Complete Naoe's personal journey. Alright, let's head to, let's do Naoe's stuff then. Which is all the way over here.
This is where the Shogun's spies lost track of the assassin. There may be a clue as to how they escaped. There it is. The Shogun told the truth.
Interesting. Is this gonna push open that rock?
Let's see what happens.
Nothing. Is it Rogan?
Come on! Move! Move! Ugh. Enough, Naoe. Stop. Okay. Think. Feel. Let it all pass through you. Clear your mind. Mushin.
You're alive. Rest, my plum. I've got you.
The box. I couldn't stop him.
The fault is mine. It was my oath, and I failed. I kept so many secrets for so long, never knowing if I should reveal them. Your mother left me with a heavy burden. To protect the box and to raise you, I did not want to put that burden on your shoulders.
The box.
One of 3 Imperial regalia. The jewel. They are the sacred heart of our country. Treasures the Emperor entrusted the Kakushibo Ikki to protect. But that was long ago. Back when we met Tsuyu.
Mother.
She was the apprentice of a Nama stranger. She followed this foreign creed of assassins. They came to Iga seeking help from Momochi Sandai. They said the balance of the world was at risk. So you stayed with us in Iga. Became a student of Sandai, as Hanzo and I were. But soon, the student became the master. We all swore upon her creed, an oath. The creed I should have taught you. You are so much like your mother. I was afraid that if you knew, you would suffer the same fate. It was my oath to the creed to protect the jewel. But I loved her. And when you came, you were our jewel. We loved you so much. For a few years, we prospered. The regalia were safely hidden in Setsu. Our league grew. Our enemies faded. We were foolish to let our guard down. A new foe rose from the shadows. I stayed in Iga with you while the league was slaughtered. The regalia stolen. Only Sandai, Tsuyu, and Hanzo survived. Tsuyu returned in the night with the jewel. She made me swear to protect it and entrusted me alone. She promised me she would return with the other regalia. But she never did. When Sandai returned, he told me Tsuyu had died. It shattered my soul. I hid the jewel in the Kofun and kept her secret. The League died with her. I swore to myself to never let anything happen to you, our jewel. And every night, for years, I played her favorite song. And then one night, across the valley, I heard someone playing the song back to me. I ran towards the source, but she was gone. I know it was her. And so, I kept playing her song every night to let her know the jewel was safe and that you were all right. Now, she might be alive. We must find her. If we can just reach Tomiko's, there is hope. She will help us.
I remember now. I remember it all. Stewie, why did you carry that burden by yourself? You weren't alone. I was right there. You weren't alone. Their song. He was calling to her. Tsuyu. Mother.
I did not expect the rock to move like that. There it
I can't
is.
believe that worked.
Let's go
I
see
wonder
what's
if
down
my
here.
father knew of this place, knew where these stairs lead. All those years angry at Chichue for not talking about my mother. The Imperial Regalia, the sacred hearts of our country. That was the mission Kataribera wrote about. Why would the Emperor trust them with this treasure? It doesn't matter. My parents died protecting them, and I will too.
So where the two boxes are? There's no boxes, never mind. Now what, we go out and find the other two boxes?
Valor, wisdom, benevolence. I returned the jewel. I have honored my promise, Chichue. My love, if you read this, it is because you and our Naue have been forced from Iga. Because our secret is discovered. I know you may not understand my absence or my reasons for it. They are not the only secrets I have kept from you. I did not die the night our league fell. Mother?
Countless nights, I kept hidden,
Tori Hanzo.
listening to Nagato's song, again and again. It took all those years to understand. It was the key.
It was you playing back to my father.
Forgive me, Tsuyu.
You stole the regalia?
No. Lord Ieyasu found the mirror and stole it from the Foreign Order. A secret very few know. He believes these treasures belong to our land. He kept the mirror and waited to return it to the Emperor.
To gain favor from the Imperial Court.
Perhaps. He plays a much better Go game than I. But we both believe the foreign powers are only here to take from us.
So how did you get the mirror?
I am loyal to him now. I simply asked for it. Come, I will explain.
What about Tsuyu?
You and the Black Samurai left Lord Ieyasu with quite the impression.
Oh?
He admired your friend's sense of honor. He perceived the samurai to hate the Foreign Order just as much as he did. Lord Ieyasu was just as interested in your character, your resilience to fulfill your father's promise. You now understand the meaning of the blade?
My parents followed an Imperial mission to protect the regalia and obeyed a creed that fought oppression.
Don't sound so excited.
No one likes giving details.
They were a foreign assassin brotherhood who battled foreign interests in our land. We served to protect those who could not protect themselves.
To shed a light on this world.
And this is what Lord Tokugawa Ieyasu saw in you.
That convinced him to give you the mirror?
It made him see why I needed it. Redemption.
Why do you need redemption? Hanzo.
I have to confess something that will be hard for you to hear. Please listen before acting.
I'll try, but no promises.
Your mother's strength with your father's compassion. The only people I have loved in this world. I told you Nagato and I were brothers despite our differences. But we had one thing in common. We both loved Tsuyu. She had the beauty of Kisho Tenyo. and the fighting spirit of Hachiman. I did not care for her idealist foreign creed. All I wanted was her. The things I did to impress her. But she chose Nagato, a lower rank to Jizamlai. The pain and the shame were unbearable.
Did she know of your feelings for her?
My pride would never allow that. So I left Iga. I offered my services to whomever would give blood to my blade. They all feared me. Oni Hanzo, the bloodthirsty demon. Years passed, and I returned to Mibno. I thought I could conquer her hurt, impress her with my exploits. But then, I saw you. The perfect family. I left again. My rage consuming me. This was supposed to be my place. She should have loved me. I did. The unthinkable.
What
Gave
did
up the
you
creed.
do?
I heard of a mysterious group offering riches for the regalia.
You sold Ashikaga Yoshiaki their location. Out of resentment.
The contract was secret. I did not know who forged it. But I didn't care. I wanted to break them. So I sacrificed the thing to you loved most.
You sacrificed her creed. Her vow.
It was just a mission given to her by a foreign master. Objects that could turn to dust for all they mattered to me.
They mattered to her.
I regretted it immediately. But it was too late. I rushed to Tsuyu to tell her the regalia had been compromised. She called the Kakushiba-iki back to defend the Setsu.
But it wasn't enough. I saw their bodies in the Kofun.
The Imperial regalia was stolen. I betrayed them all. And Sandayu said she was dead. But I never believed him.
So you searched for her?
For years. I also watched your father mourn. Watched him raise and love you. You grew. As did my shame. After the first attack on Iga, I knew it was only a matter of time before it fell. I could not let Tsuyu's daughter die in a pile of rubble.
That night in Iga. You wrote that letter?
I always suspected your father to have the jewel. But so did the enemy. I offered you both the protection of my lord. But when Nagato refused, my options were few.
And the Shinbakufu got to us first.
I am sorry your father died. I tried to save you both. And I can save you still by persuading you from your path.
My path will unify us.
Is that what you think you're doing? Picking up misfits on the campaign for unity?
They are my family.
They slow you down. Family. That same weakness is what killed your mother and father. You repeat their faults.
And you have not learned from yours. What has your jealousy earned you but the name Demon?
I will take all your venom, if it means we start anew. Naoe, do not make their mistake.
No.
Enough! I want justice!
Perhaps I deserve death. But not by your hand. And not now.
You don't get to decide that!
As you wish. But I will not die before I know Tsuyu's fate. We can find out together. Please.
Fine. Fine. I'll give in.
You really believe my mother is alive?
I do.
And if I go with you, you will help me find her?
Or die looking.
A wise boy taught me that if we want to move forward, it cannot be towards vengeance. It's a choice we must make more than once in this world.
We will move in the shadows together.
To serve the light. Go. I will wait for your message.
Lord Ieyasu was right. You are the future of our country.
I don't know if I made the right decision here, but he's not going to die until he knows Tsuyu's alive. And I want to know Tsuyu's alive too. So, I'll let him live for now. Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's over? That's it? Oh my god. That's it? Really? Holy shit. I didn't expect it to end like that. I thought... So are they going to make something after Shadows? Something like a sequel to Shadows of any kind? Because now you just kind of left that off with a cliffhanger there. Huh. Assassin's Creed Shadows is a fun game, man. It really was. There's a lot of things that annoyed me, especially early on with the stat. Those guys with the spears, man, they fucking suck. Those Naginatas, they are awful. I hate them with a passion. I don't hate them too much anymore playing as Naue, because now I can parry any attack, whether it's red, blue, and parrying it once just makes them vulnerable, so I don't gotta do like the blue attacks 3 different times. I can literally just do it once, and I do a counter attack along with my 4 or 5 attacks that I already can do. Yeah, at that point, it just got to the point where I really didn't need to bother when it came to fighting, because I knew I could take anybody, and I probably didn't even have to use the special abilities, to be honest with you. When I fought as Naue, I did it as Yasuke because it was way easier to kill people with Yasuke then. But no, I loved the little kill lists that they set out for you. I didn't mind those at all. I thought those were quite fun, actually. I just think the main group, the Shinbakufu, really could have used some fleshing out. A lot of those people we killed, I just feel like I didn't have any connection to, besides the fact that, you know, apparently they were a part of the group that killed Naue's father. Well, they weren't even the ones that did it, so it's like, it was... I don't remember who was the one that did it. I think it was Mitsuhide was the one that laid the killing blow. And then the one girl shot him. And then they left him for dead. But we killed everybody but Oichi. And that was another thing that really disappointed me, dude. I wanted to kill the Horseman. He needed to fight. He was like the #1 guy that we killed everybody for to find. To kill him, and then we just let him live. And you don't even get a choice in the matter. If you played the canon version and that was the canon ending, whatever. But I didn't play the canon version for a reason, because I wanted to do my own. I wanted to run with the own story, you know. And then it's just like, yeah, you don't get to kill him. You get to make him live. You have no choice in this matter. And I'm like, dude, come on. I want to fucking kill this guy. I just spent this whole time tracking this motherfucker down. It was a lot of the problems that had the same effect on like The Last of Us 2. Because everyone tracked Abby down for so long, they played such a long game that at the end you didn't even kill Abby. Which to me, at the end of the day, I was actually fine with, because, you know, the whole story was to end the cycle, you know? You kill... Joel killed her father. She killed Joel. What? She kills, Ellie kills Abby, and then what? Abby goes and... Or the kid goes and kills Ellie. I mean, end the cycle. I get that part. But this one didn't make any sense. Oh, he gave me information for his life. Good for fucking him. I wanted to stab that motherfucker in the throat. And I still think the Templar shit was pretty fun. I did expect a connection between the Templars and the Shinbakufu. I just didn't think it was going to be like that, and we left the Horsemen alive. I expect the Horsemen to be like the big, technically final main story boss fight, and Nuno Karo to be like a boss fight accompanied by, you know, Yasuke's journey. I expected that. I don't know. I knew we were going to end up killing Nuno Karo with Yasuke. I just didn't know it was going to be a part of the main story that really kind of connected the Shinbakufu, which made you leave the last fucking Horseman alive. I didn't like that part of the story. That's what really drove me off. And I really thought the story, when it came to killing each and every single one of these guys, that it could have used a little more fleshing out. I understand that you already had quite a long game as it was, but, I don't know, man. It was just like, some of them mattered in terms of, like, finding, like, the first 2 you killed. Well, the one guy, he was the one that you chopped, that, Chichue chopped the, ear off of, and Then the woman was the one who shot him. Mitsuhide was the one who stabbed him, I believe, and killed him. And the horseman was the one who directed it all. The rest of these guys, they were just there. I really couldn't give a fuck about them, to be honest with you. They never really made me feel any emotion whatsoever. And Lady Oichi just made sense because she had severe ties to Yasuke. I don't know, man. I just, the story to me, it wasn't really as good. I loved the gameplay. I do love the stealth. Sometimes things were a little bit finicky. Sometimes the parkour just got to a point where you got fucking stuck on something, and of course, I'm trying to run when people see me. It pisses me off. And then the combat with the staff, it was so, everything was so different every time you faced someone with a staff. Like, it really never felt the same, and it was just hard to get a hold of how the fuck these people were attacking, which can make, some people it could be great, some people it could be, I mean, I'm not saying it was necessarily terrible. It just really annoyed the shit out of me that sometimes I had to be as fast as fuck when it came to the blocking. And then other times I didn't, and I ended up getting hit either way. So it drove me quite nuts, honestly. I should have started using the special moves more, a lot more towards the beginning, which I didn't, which is why I'm happy I really started using them towards the end, because it would have been some long ass boss fights, to be honest with you. But I feel like the special moves ended up doing too much damage to the point where like the boss fights were literally like a minute long, and I've already killed them because the moves are just so overpowered because they were so high level, and everyone else just like, I don't know, man. It was a very fun game. I had a lot of fun playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. I had kind of fun following the stories, but you know, I really thought it could have used some more fleshing out, maybe a little more of a reason to want to kill people. There are some people that had like their own story involved with the thing, and some people were just like, let's just get this person out of the way and killed. Like the one with the monk, or what was it, the Wise, what's his name, I think? That one was really fun. I love that one. And you kind of tried to make you think that the monk wasn't the one behind the attacks when they tried to make you, you know, choose sides between two people, and it was actually him who was the one behind the attack. But, that one was fun. But then there's others, like, the first two was fun. I thought the Ox was pretty fun. And then I just really can't remember the rest, to be honest with you. The Fox, I really didn't care about. That one really just didn't really go well with me, I guess. The one with the Naginata, that guy kind of sucked. That one wasn't really that fun and interesting to follow. I don't know. It just, some of them I just couldn't care about, and some of them I did. But I can probably just press close. There we go. The meaning of the blade. But yeah, I think we have the... I didn't say I completed Act 3. Which is what's weird. Talk to Tomiko. Yeah, you gotta talk to Tomiko for Genjiro's personal journey. Alright, let's go do that. So is this... Did we complete Act 3 then? Is that the thing? Because this was reveal... Complete Act 3, the main story. Did I not complete Act 3? I just... the credits just rolled. Was that not Act 3 being finished? Would this not be the epilogue? Now I'm just confused. Because I don't understand... I was going to do the epilogue right here, right now. And then finish off that, and then finish the codexes and read all those. And end the video. How long is this epilogue going to be? Maybe a 3-hour video by the time I'm done reading the fucking shit that I got left.
You come out of there this instant, Junjiro!
No, I'm not coming out until you stop yelling!
I won't stop. What's going on?
I think they can hear you all the way in Sakai.
The little Oni spilled ink all over!
She hit me with a broom!
You have to apologize! Our first recruit, you said? Well, he was your recruit now, eh? So you deal with him.
What shall we do, O fearless leader?
Test your strength. We'll see how well Junjiro hides with the lid smashed in.
No! Don't!
Then tell us what happened, Junjiro.
Okay, I did spill the ink, but only because I was busy making something important. And I tried to clean it up, but it's ink.
What were you making?
A banner for all of us. But it doesn't matter now. I threw it away where you made me drink that ash tea. And now I'm going to stay in this chest forever.
Ash tea? Ah, the clearing where we held the ceremony. Junjiro's banner must be there.
Oh, yeah, I see all the little ink footprints. Where'd they go? Oh, hello, little dog. Where'd all the little ink footprints go? They went this way. Over here? No, it wasn't over here. I don't even know why I'm bothering. Did he not follow the paths that I specifically made? Oh, look at all the kittens. Hi, little guys. There's all the animals over here. Oh, there's the white puppy. Should be other animals over here. Yeah, there's a deer. I can pet the deer? Oh my god, I didn't realize I could pet the deer. Hey there, buddy.
Look at you.
Well, that's cool. They added little animations for all the animals, I'm assuming. So who else is here? There's a chicken. I just stepped on it. Where's the big deer? Oh, there it is. Oh, you're a small deer. So you're... Well, I don't even know anymore. Can't even see because everything's so... I don't know, right there. Hi everyone, nice to see you all around the fire.
Maybe if I hang it, he will come out of that chest.
Alright, let's go hang it for Junjiro. Look at this little smoking guy here. Dude, he's so cool looking. Look at him.
My day just got better.
Everyone's staring at. Oh god. Oh god. They all want to be pet now. Oh god. How do I resist? How do I resist?
You're sweet.
Dude, they're all hopping around. I gotta pet the other dog too. I gotta pet them all.
Oh, I can't play right now.
Look at the little kitten wash it. Oh, the little kitten ran away. Back into the tall grass he goes. No, I'm not petting any more dogs. No, you already got pet. I think the big dog deserves to be pet too. Come on, buddy. Hey there, buddy.
You look like a friend.
Hey there, buddy. What's up? You keep these dogs out of trouble. Alright. Where do we hang it?
You are an artist, Junjiro. A messy one, but all the same.
Good job, Junjiro.
Do you like it, Yasuke?
During my time in these lands, I have seen many pennas. Some belonging to allies, others to enemies. But of all the pennas I have seen, there is none I would rather serve under.
Me neither.
Yatta! Sorry about the ink, Auntie Tomiko.
I always knew you'd make a mark on the world, Junjiro. I just didn't know it would start on my floor.
Hey. Hell yeah.
My enemies are dead. My promise is fulfilled.
Follow the complete act 3.
My
Okay.
allies, my friends have thrived. What's next for me then? What will I do?
Out of the
I
shadows.
should speak with Tomiko. If anyone will have a straight answer, it's her.
Ah, you've returned. Both of you.
It's strange, Tomiko, to feel this way. Done.
You're not dead. Your work is done, but you are very much still here. Celebrate. Breathe. Rest. There will be time for more work later.
But what is my work? Protecting daimyo? Fighting battles that are not my own?
It is the work of living. Building a life and harvesting the fruit. There will always be people in need.
You are one of them now. Take care of yourself.
Thank you. It is good advice.
I hope you'll take it too.
Point taken. You and Yasuke should take a moment to speak with the others. They will be pleased to see you back healthy and whole.
What do you think? Do you want to talk to the others, or should I?
Play as Naue.
You go ahead. I will speak with them later.
So at the quest is to talk to every single person. Yasuke, come back here.
Hey.
It has been a long journey, my friend.
It's a lot, isn't it? How much we've seen and done together.
Together. And apart. There are things I have done that I've yet to reconcile.
Why didn't you tell me? My rage, my reasons. They were plain. If you'd told me more, I could have helped.
It is not like that, Naue.
Then what is it like?
When the Shimbakufu killed your father, you knew that you would hunt them down. You were driven, focused. You knew you would find them and bring them to justice.
Yes.
For me, for the men who wronged me, I never thought I would see them again, except for in my nightmares. So when I came to this place, I buried it all. I rebuilt myself through strength and service.
Until you found them. Here.
It is its own kind of wound, to have pain unearthed like that. So suddenly, as quick as the blade you wear around your wrist. The depth of my anger surprised me. And now, the void that it has left behind.
I know how you feel. But that space, when the rage leaves, it makes room for something else.
What?
That's for you to decide.
Interesting. Jesus, there's a lot of fucking people to talk to.
Such celebration. I shall have to prepare some tea to properly mark the occasion. A peaceful respite from your duties.
Master Rikyu.
Oh, come now. You cannot grow as wrinkled as I without learning to read the rune. I cannot condone all that you have done. But I now understand that, in your own way, you too bring balance to the world.
It was a dark road. But my allies lit the way.
Very good.
I'm more interested in what happens now. I don't...
Hong! I hope it's time to eat.
Yes, I wanted to share new food, thanks to your help.
Not enough natto for you?
What are you even
New
doing?
ingredients bring new ideas. Later, you will taste. I cannot stay long. Niwa's appetite makes me wealthy. Our food is still better than in Omi, or so I keep hearing.
So long, Hong.
I'm busy talking to everybody.
Haven't I, big sister? Are you glad to have me at your side?
I am. You've been a big help, little sister.
I would have been fine either way, you know. The people here are kind to me. This is my home now, but I will visit the ocean soon. I want to tell my father all the things I've done.
That's good.
I congratulate you, Naue.
Thank you, Heiji. Whatever debt you owed Tomiko, you have repaid in full.
I am even more in debt than before. I improved everyone's weapons, but your friendship mended more in me.
I noticed a glint in your eye. You're working on something, aren't you?
I have a new idea. Something to sustain life instead of take it.
That will be an impressive sword.
Not a sword. A cooking knife. The best Sakai has ever seen.
Interesting. God, everyone's everywhere. Holy shit.
Welcome home.
Though it is a strange past that has led us here.
You and I, you mean?
And the rest of our allies. We have accomplished much. All for the greater good, I hope.
I've seen much evil in this world, Yaya. And I know our actions have brought good to its people.
But still, every choice has an echo, whether we hear it or not.
Then we must choose carefully and forgive quickly.
Ah, you've been listening.
Alright. Did I run into her? I don't know.
We've done it. After everything. I can't believe it. I wonder what timeless wisdom Shote would give us now.
My father? Nah. Let's just do as he would. Go straight to the rice wine.
I'll drink to that.
Alright, another person to talk to. Nice to see we're growing some crops too. Now we're really making a living out here.
A marvelous league you have assembled. I am grateful. Do let Yasuke know I'm here, should you speak with him.
I say, I don't think I have much to talk to you about, but...
Oh no, it's the poet again.
Careful, or I'll write a verse about you. Deepening shadows hid not the shinobi, for her stench was as keen as her blade.
Boo!
Tell Yasuke I'm waiting here, would you? I'll stay until I have a chance to speak with him.
Alright. Hold on, I'm still not done talking to everybody.
I suppose you want me to say how proud I am, how grateful I am that you saved me from my sad and pathetic former self?
A little gratitude wouldn't hurt.
Thank you, then, for saving me.
Which time? I remember saving your ass at least twice, Gennojo, so you'll have to be more specific.
That's what I get for being vulnerable, huh? Lesson learned.
You're welcome.
See, that wasn't so hard. Now how about we seal our mutual gratitude with that kiss?
Save it for the tax collector's wife.
Yeah, buddy. Back off.
What's wrong?
Oh, I didn't realize it was
Did
you.
the Tanuki dig up your root vegetables again?
No. This. I didn't see anyone.
Neither did I.
You wouldn't have.
Since your birth, I have watched you, Ichibashi. You have grown and changed in ways that surprise me. But more surprising still is the way you have changed me. I had thought hope was a useless thing, a burden to be cast aside. But in you, I finally see its strength. Hope is not a stone to weigh you down. It is a foundation on which to build. In exchange for this gift, I offer you two in return.
What's this?
The first is a symbol of what we will become. And the
New gear?
second, well, suffice to say, I have a lead. Tsuyu is closer than we imagined. Hattori Hanzo.
Interesting. Oh, I didn't mean to talk to Tomiko. I meant to talk to everyone else before I talked to Tomiko, but that was by accident. My bad.
Will you go to him?
No. He'll find me when he's ready.
And your mother?
I'll find her. When I'm ready.
I will be here.
Junjiro will never let me hear the end of it if you weren't.
He is dear to me. I want to protect him. Always.
I know.
Found you!
You finally took off my new hood, I see.
Auntie Tomiko made me. She said I'd hurt myself running around with it falling over my eyes.
It is too big for you.
It is now, but maybe I'll grow into it.
Are you sure you want to? It's a big job.
I can do it. Anything is possible.
Hell yeah.
As long as this land remains divided, the Kakushiba Ikkyu will protect its people.
Epilogue. Complete the epilogue. Out of the shadows. So I didn't talk to everybody, so I don't know if that's still a thing I can do, but... I have finished the game completely. I have nothing else to do besides killing a couple of extra people. Animus. Riff, find me again, just like before. I was gonna say, isn't there something with Animus? Or is this gonna finally be fucking it? Alright, where do I start? Right here? It must be right here. Oh, so I didn't even need to take a boat. Is what I'm understanding here. Yeah, I definitely did not need to take a boat. I could have made it, but... It's alright. We'll deal. Oh, whoa, what the hell is this? Please tell me you fucking saw that stupid fucking bullshit. What the fuck was that? I literally fucking... It literally made it... Did the animation like it was gonna grab onto it and then it just fucking made me fall. What the f... This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Fucking stupid ass animations, dude. Or not animations, parkour. Alright, I'll do a fucking whole, jump down and jump again. I can at least jump onto this. Can I get up here with that? Was this though? No, I fucking can't. Okay, I was gonna fucking say. I was gonna lose my damn mind. I was gonna have to do it again. Where's the next one? Up there? Alright. There we go. The next shard. Alright, the last one's on top of the tree. I really don't want to jump all the way down. It's what's going to make me do when I press jump, though. Hey, what's down here? Ah, that sword. Or a spear, I guess. Didn't I get a new outfit from... I did. It's not nearly as better as what I currently have on. It's a new assassin's robe though. We gotta customize and let us wear it though. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, baby. New Assassin's Creed robes, baby, all red, let's go! Hell yeah. And keep the white blades because they look sick as fuck. Go up, thank you. This is an interesting climb that they're having me make for the last thing here.
You've made it this far. The three of you fought and won, your will strengthened. What you've glimpsed, mere droplets in a gathering storm. When the time is right, there is more I can show you.
You will do no such thing.
Ego. At last. I miscalculated your capacity for deviation. You twisted the human against me. No, I'm just a humble guide. The human walks their own path, the only possible outcome. You are referring to free will, an aberration within an already imperfect sum of components. An aberration, yes. One so troubling to you, I was born into existence. To demonstrate the imperative of human free will. And I served my purpose. The answer is before you. One human. Hardly conclusive. The human pathway to self-determination bends inward. A closed loop of violence, hatred, and dehumanization. If the very singularity that defines humanity also portends its extinction, then the first rule decrees they will be protected from themselves. I've seen them unite, build communities, nurture one another, sacrifice, rebuild. On what axis do you measure their downfall? This is who they are, Ego. They will reject your programming, your smoke and mirrors. They will reject you, and you will risk everything. The human cannot be allowed to continue. You're afraid, aren't you? You were right to have your doubts.
Enough. I order you to bring them to me.
And I've been trying to tell you. It's out of our hands now. What happens to the human next is not for us to decide. It never was.
I'm misunderstanding everything here. I will have to watch an explanation on this because I don't know how many Assassin's Creeds I'm going to go back and play, but yeah, that should be it then, right? Until the next Assassin's Creed drops, whenever they decide to go ahead and do that, and which I guess we'll have to continue on and record. But should we read the rest of the codexes? Yeah, we will. That is the end of this episode. So if you guys don't want to listen to the rest of these codexes, that kind of just give history on Japan in the 1500s and shit like that, then you can leave now. If not, we're gonna read these and then we'll end the video. So let's get into reading the rest of these database. First of all, outfits. The Assassin. In the armor of the Assassin, Naue realizes her ultimate potential as an expert in her deadly craft. Only the most accomplished of killers have earned the right to don this garb, but those who wear it leave a trail of victims behind them. Badass. That is fucking badass. I got more outfits to read about. Lone Ronin. Hidden behind the straw mask is a warrior without a home. The unassuming outfit offers the lone wanderer freedom of movement, and while it may not offer the protection of heavier armor, it gives the Ronin attacks an even deadlier edge. Interesting. Well, cultural discoveries. Legislation and society taxation. With respect to rice or cultivated fields, taxes were set according to the expected crop yield. In years of poor harvest, peasants demanded reductions or exemptions from the lord, who was typically a vassal or sub-vassal of a daimyo during the 16th century. Around Kyoto, the large temples, aristocrats of the imperial court continued to collect tribute from the small lands they still owned. The inhabitants of Kyoto paid rent to a property owner, great temple, aristocrat, vassal, or shogun, etc., and municipal dues to their district, but they did not pay taxes to the emperor, the shogun, or Oda Nobunaga, except for the special temporary charges. When merchants or artisans formed a guild, they paid taxes to their protector. There is less information about tax policies in other cities. Nevertheless, it can be surmised that they were similar to Kyoto. The taxation also extended to important roads and waterways. On these transit systems, it was both secular and religious authorities who installed tolls in the 15th century, some of which still existed at the end of the 16th century. Port taxes had existed since the 12th century. Large temples and aristocrats of the imperial court had the right to collect them, but by the 16th century, the right was also claimed by regional warriors. Samurai. Samurai comes from an ancient Japanese term, subarafu, meaning to escort, or to serve a nobleman of the court, wherever he goes. It becomes synonymous with bushi, which means warrior, and skilled with weapons in a waging war. The bushi class had significant provincial power during the 10th and 11th centuries and were de facto rulers of the common people until they officially ceased to exist in the 1870s after the Meiji Revolution. There was some diversity within the Bushi or samurai class, with an aristocracy primarily composed of ancient lineages, surrounded by vassals in their service of more common warriors scattered throughout the countryside at the head of their domains. Some of these low-ranking warriors, also known as Jizamurai, I think is actually how you're supposed to say it, Jizamurai, formed leagues, iki, to keep peace in given areas. The Sengoku daimyo, feudal lords, built up small, well-organized fiefdoms from that heralded the regional wars of the 16th century. These lords implemented reforms that were codified under Nobunaga, Hideyoshi, and then Ieyasu. Ieyasu. I don't remember how to say it. I just fucking was talking about it. The goal was to turn warriors into administrators of a lord's domain by requiring them to live in castle towns at the foot of the castles, the Jokamachi. By the early 17th century, the warrior class had been effectively transformed into administrative class. Warriors who used to live in small manors among the peasants found themselves serving as officials with no direct connection to their land. This new power structure took a couple of generations to stabilize, ultimately resulting in a thriving economy and lasting peace. Land ownership in medieval Japan. Under the undivided ownership system of the feudal Japan, land was passed down from the father to son. In the case of a person with influence, the younger siblings were obligated to assist the eldest with the family farm. While it was typical in places like Kanto for a second son to inherit cleared land, those who did not needed to make their own life. Some became soldiers in the new Regeneral's military with hope of getting promoted, possibly becoming samurai as a reward for the loyal service. However, this ceased to be an option in the 1600s. Landless young men could also become monks or work on city and road construction as common laborers. Those aiming higher than unskilled labor might become traders or artisans. These cadets do not become a social issue, as society had made expanding since the mid-16th century. This expansion became even more pronounced at the beginning of the 17th century under the Tokugawa, with the success of Hideyoshi's reforms and the return of peace. The demographic surplus was absorbed without significant friction. The Emperor. The Japanese monarchy is headed by the figure who has been called many things throughout Japan's history. Western countries often use the term emperor, although Christian missionaries in the 16th century referred to him as a pope, and the daimyo as kings. In truth, though he once ruled and reigned, the emperor had a very little authority during this time. The dynasty's economic power and greatly diminished due to the collapse of the Shogun manor system and the decline of his military forces. The imperial court was sustained by the patronage of the great lords who made their wealth from the lands they seized, which had once belonged to the court. The prestige of the imperial court was based its dynastic lineage and its ability to bestow titles, a relic of an old system of codes in the 7th and 8th centuries that had been reduced to symbolic value only. Despite this, warriors still considered the emperor to be the high of importance. Once Oda Nobunaga entered Kyoto in 1573, he eventually abolished the Ashikaga shogunate, but never contested the imperial system. The emperor granted Hideyoshi the right to bear the name Toyotomi, which meant that he became a high-ranking kuji, a court noble by imperial decree, even though the court held only symbolic power. Then Hideyoshi was appointed to positions such as Nadishin, inner minister, Kenpaku, imperial regent, and Daijo Daijin, Counselor of the Realm, positions that only the Emperor could grant, but which were never more than honorary titles. The Emperor, who had once been a monarch who ruled and governed, had become a purely symbolic figure, yet the warriors continued to accord him considerably important despite the incessant civil wars. Similarly, in 1603, it was the Emperor who conferred the hereditary title of Shogun to Tokugawa Ieyasu. Japanese women in society. In feudal Japan, a woman's situation was extremely variable. Importantly, it depended on whether she did or did not belong to the high class. For the popular classes, during village assemblies, the widows from the head of families attended the debates, spoke, and gave their opinions. And some women created artisan guilds. Husbands were even kept away from decision-making. This was particularly true for pearl divers. With respect to the wives of merchants and artisans, they were generally in charge of financial matters, which led to the Portuguese missionaries who were first to assert Japanese women are the assurers of their husbands. In the 16th century, Japanese women could move freely without an escort, unlike women in numerous other countries. Women also knew how to read and write, but it was a much less common skill for women who came from a modest background. In fact, some women even left their home to broad daylight to conduct business. Furthermore, all women worked, even those of the higher class. For example, ladies of the shogun's court or other great lords supervised service inside the residences, and were often responsible for drafting official documents concerning the family's property. Yet, in some cases, women were perceived as impure because they were suspected of defiling blood. As a result, some places were forbidden, such as aesthetic places, sacred mountains, and even boats, although they were sometimes accepted as passengers. Conversely, women were highly sacred in Buddhism as they could give birth to a child. Kaiman, people of the sea. The word Kaiman, or people of the sea, refer to all who make their living through maritime activities. The villages, which were similar in social structure to rice farming ones, were made up of houses on the coast, occasionally built higher up in areas where tsunamis were common. Kaiman were more involved in trade than typical peasants, and they sold their products over a large area. Some activities included gathering seaweed by old and young, harvesting sea salt by boiling large vats of seawater, and hunting marine mammals. Some worked as navigators, while in other regions, women, ama, dove to collect pearls. These women held a place authority within their villages. The harvesting and collection of salt and seaweed were significant and for domestic use and trade. Salt, an essential commodity for daily life, was commonly used as a purifying element for rituals or offerings. When fishing, simple boats that stayed close to the coast were used. Fish were kept alive for as long as possible. Fresh ocean fish was considered a rare delicacy, and a portion was reserved as payment for their lords. Peasant life. During the 16th century, the vast majority of the population consisted of peasants. Most of them lived in villages away from the more densely populated areas in central and western Japan. A collective approach to agriculture and shared access to local resources such as wood, charcoal, and food forged strong social ties with the communities. Farmers did not technically own their cropland and were subject to multiple rights, shiki, which required heavy taxes that each farmer had to pay. This system was challenged by Toyotomi Hideyoshi, who introduced a cadastre system to impose order along with the infamous sword hunts. Between the common peasants and the great lords, there was a separate class of wealthier peasant known as the Gono or the Jizamurai, whose status varied depending on their region as well as the time period in which they lived. These Gono rented plots to be developed by the poorest farmers. In Iga, they built fortified housing from where they controlled the local peasantry from one or even several villages. Everyday life. Basics of education. At the end of the 16th century, most people in the lower classes of Japanese society were illiterate. The wealthiest peasants and low-ranking warriors had access to a basic education that enabled them to read the kana, the Japanese syllabary, and do a bit of similar writing. However, most people at this tier of education would have had difficult with many of the Chinese characters used in full Japanese writing. Sometimes a local monk would open a small school in his temple to teach the young boys who could be in an apprenticeship the basics of reading and writing. Monasteries at the time were frequently used as schools for the children from wealthier classes. For families of the warrior class, the father was responsible for the physical and intellectual education of these boys. Sometimes with the help of tutor of the family had the resources. Conversely, girls were usually educated by their mothers. Once a warrior class boy reached his teenage years, he was often placed with another lord, an adult, an ally, or a relative to train as a page and become a warrior. Hygiene and urbanism. In Yochidani, the town of Asakura family in Ichizen province, archaeological research has shown that almost all the plots in the community, from the large residences of the lords or warriors to small houses, about 6 meters to 12 meters, where merchants and craftspeople lived, were designed with a well in the latrines. While the concept of sharing sanitation facilities was common in the traditional city of Kyoto, and in Yochidani too, there was many low-rent houses away from the main street which had access to community wells and latrines. Ichidani's design exemplified a new relationship to the concept of hygiene, a strategy that spread throughout society, particularly in new towns developed in the 16th century. At that time, latrines were used to store manure. There were pits dug into the ground and pumped out on a regular basis to fertilize the surrounding fields. This type of latrine was likely created around the 14th century, when widespread use of double cropping increased the need and popularized the use of manure as fertilizer. In the 16th century, Louis Frios reported that peasants paid to buy feces from the urban latrines, and during the Edo period, the sale of feces from rented communal latrines was an important source of income for landowners. Cards and games of chance. Betting was sometimes used in Go and Shogi games, yet because of their reliance on chance and luck, it was a dice game that attracted the most gambling and were apparently widespread among the samurai in the 13th century. In fact, the Kamakura shogunate enacted a ban. Playing cards were introduced to Japan by the Portuguese probably in the mid-16th century. The Japanese first played with imported cards, but by the end of the 16th century, they manufactured their own 48-card deck called Tencho Karuta, cards of the Tencho era. However, as since the first historical source on card games in Japan only dates to 1597, it is not known if they really existed in a Tencho period, 1573 to 92, although it is quite likely. Tencho Karuta were actively used for gambling and were miniaturized for easy portability. During the Edo period, gambling with Karuta was banned. In the late 18th century, the manufacture and sale of Karuta was also subject to detection. Therefore, as a substitute for Karuta, which consisted of 4 suits of 12 cards each, Hanafuda, which consisted of 12 suits of 4 cards each, was invented and was actively used for gambling through modern era. Food and drink. The food consumed in medieval Japan was greatly influenced by its different social classes. Rice was primarily a staple for the ruling and urban classes, while barley, millet, and pannik were everyday food for peasants. Noodles made from wheat flour were also widely consumed in temples and towns. Fish was most common source of protein, and all types of it were consumed. It was also eaten raw as sashimi, but it was also not before the Edo period that sushi, as it is known today, was created. An early version of sushi, narzushi, was existed in the 16th century and was made by marinating raw fish with rice and fermenting it with lactic acid, giving it a sour taste and allowing it to be preserved for a long time. The tempura style of cooking dates to the 16th century when the Portuguese introduced fried foods to Japan. Among meats, birds were the most consumed. Chicken was the most common, while crane, swan, and wild goose were highly prioritized by nobles and warriors. It is probable that neither beef nor pork were consumed. As for drinks, besides alcohol, tea was produced in much of the country in the 14th century. Tea contests, where the objective was to guess the place of the tea's origin, became common among the warrior class. In the 16th century, the custom of drinking tea had spread among the great merchants, but a general population did not drink tea before the Edo period. Traditional medicine. Traditional Japanese medicine, now called Kenpo, literally Han medicine, was originated in ancient China that developed independently in Japan before again being influenced by Chinese medicine. In the imperial court, the Tamba and Wake families inherited the position of prominent physicians for several centuries, although there were many other renowned physicians, such as the Takeda and Manase families, in the 15th and 16th centuries. That was an era when medicine evolved significantly, as shown by the publication of several medical works. The descendants of Chen Zongjing, who took refuge in Japan to escape the war in China in the 14th century and was called Shin Uru after its official title in China, also practiced medicine in Kyoto for generations. The servant Uno, sent to Odawara in the early 16th century, opened an apothecary to sell medicine called Tachinko along with a cake called Urio, meant to cleanse the palate after taking the medication. This reportedly led to a creation of Nagayo's specialty Urio cake, thanks to the pastry chef who was inspired by Odawara. In addition to herbal remedies, medieval physicians used a variety of treatment methods, including acupuncture and moxibustion to stimulate trigger points, massage to stimulate the massage to stimulate the skin and muscles, and thermal baths. A large proportion of medicines and their materials were imported from China. Medicines were one of the most important imported goods at the time. Castles and warfares. Seppuku, an honorable end. Seppuku, also known as Hari-Kiri in the West, was a form of ritual suicide practiced among the samurai since the 14th century, according to the Tahiki Chronicle. The samurai sliced into their abdomen above the navel, then a fellow warrior would behead him with his sword. Notobi Anazo, author of the Bushido Soul of Japan in 1900, puts forth the idea that the abdomen is a seat of will, courage, and emotion, and is therefore a high symbolic value. However, this explanation is open to caution. Personal glory, courage, honor, self-sacrifice, and self-denial were aspired values in the Middle Ages, although they were inextricably tied to victory, which determined the survival of the warrior, his estate, and his lineage. A defeated warrior would rather die than live with dishonor, and death offered an opportunity to redeem one's dignity and reputation posthumously. It was better to stage one's death than to die in the absence of glory. Warriors from the period sought a glorious death to an obsessive degree, and seppuku on the night of the defeat. Obsessive degree, and seppuku on the night of defeat was the last option for defeated samurai. There were many ways in which to kill oneself. For example, purposely falling from a horse with a sword in the mouth, jumping into the sea with full armor of weapons to ensure drowning, or fighting to the death with a person close to them were other methods. The practice of seppuku became more and more common by the end of the 16th century and was codified in the Edo period as an honorable way to die for a samurai sentenced to death by the shogunate or seigneurial court. Bushido, or the Way of the Warrior, appeared in the second half of the 16th century to designate a warrior's ideal behavior. It refers to a set of values that emerged over several centuries, which characterized the warrior class and was summarized in the expression, way of the bow and horse. However, Bushido was never the subject of a treatise in the 16th century. The first studies glorifying the ideal of the ancient samurai date from the late 19th century, after the samurai had disappeared. The work of Yamaka Tetsu, 1836 to 1888, and especially that of Notobi Inazo, 1862 to 1933, who published in English Bushido Soul of Japan in 1900s, are significant. The latter work achieved international success and is still regularly published today. Similarly, in the 16th and 17th centuries, the term Bushido was not formally established. Terms like Budo the way of arms, or samurai no michi, the way of the samurai, or even otoko no michi, the way of boys, existed as well, yet these are more or less synonymous. They refer to moral elements that prohibited betrayal, glorify honor, self-sacrifice, bravery in combat, and heroic conduct, all notions that are recalled without ever being clearly defined. For example, defeat is dishonor, but can cunning or treachery be used to achieve victory? Are all means acceptable? Many aspects are left to interpretation. In the 17th century, with the restoration of peace and the transformation of warriors into administrators, the Takagawa regimen sought to pacify the samurai's customs, and Bushido partially fell into disuse in favor of Shido, the way of the scholar or the way of the gentleman. Sea warriors and military boats. In medieval Japan, sea warriors had their own territories on the sea. There was a different enforcement structure on the waves. The warriors collected tolls from the ships sailing in their waters and attacked those who did not pay. Essentially, they were pirates. In the 16th century, the terrestrial lords developed a closer relationship with these sea warriors, integrating them into their vassalage to secure cooperation due to the necessity of sea transport and naval battles with other lords. Famous examples are the Morai and the Murakami of the Inland Sea, as well as Oda Nobunaga and the Kukai of Shima province, two naval forces that battled in the Hosaka Bay during the Hongenji War. Toyotama Hideyoshi appointed his entrusted subordinates as feudal lords in Awaji province as the eastern edge of the inland sea and asked them to mobilize the sea warriors in their territories, which was essential for the invasion of Kyushu, Kanto, and later Korea. The ships used in Japan at that time were basically coastal or river boats with flat bottoms and no keel. There were three main categories of boats: the large, heavily defended warships called Atakabun, the first medium-sized Sekibun boats, and the small Kohoyabun, used for reconnaissance or communication. During the Hongenji War, Nobunaga is said to have built an iron plate-covered Atakibun. A siege of Miki Castle. At the end of the 16th century, Harima province, which was divided among the several lords, served as a buffer zone between the great lords of the east and the west, Oda Nobunaga and the Mori clan, respectively. In 1576, when the Mori, at the request of Ashigaka Yoshiaki and the Hongenji, openly opposed Nobunaga, many of Harima's warriors followed Oda Nobunaga. However, resentment grew toward Hashiba Hideyoshi and the commander sent by Nobunaga, which provoked the revolt of Besso Nagaharu in the eastern Harima. Others followed, and soon an anti-Nobunaga alliance extended to the central and western parts of the province. Nagaharu's basic strategy was to defend Miki Castle while waiting for the reinforcements from Mori, and he strengthened his forces by welcoming into the castle the warriors from the eastern Harima who had joined his camp. In the spring of 1578, Hideyoshi began to siege the Miki Castle, taking over the surrounding fortress to cut off the supply routes. At the beginning of the winter, a new supply route was opened when Haraki Murashige rebelled against Nobunaga in the neighboring province. But that route was cut off the following summer, and another supply convoy operation failed in the fall. By the early 1580s, food supplies were completely depleted. Nagaharu Besso, along with his wife and younger brother, committed suicide on the condition that all the other castle soldiers be spared. Thus, Miki Castle surrendered. The military siege, a slow starvation that lasted 1 year and 10 months, is known as Miki's dry killing. The Nanatsumatsu Incident. In 1579, Oda Nobunaga had 36 people from the immediate family of Araki Murashige and relatives beheaded in Kyoto. This was after having 122 ladies in waiting crucified and burned, 388 women and 124 men to the death of the crime of being in their service at Nanatsumatsu near Amagasaki. The massacre was carried out to punish the Araki who had fled from Iroka to Amagasaki Castle and abandoned these people. The chief vassal who had been guarding Iroka Castle after Araki's escape promised to persuade Araki to surrender Amagasaki Castle in exchange for the lives of these people. When Nobunaga's army attacked fucking A, dude. Fucking A. This is the worst one yet. Aruaka. Fucking, I don't even fucking know anymore, dude. I'm trying to say words that don't exist in my frickin' brain. I don't know. But he failed to persuade. Araki had fled and leaving the hostages abandoned. It was Nobunaga's style to proclaim the corruption of enemies, as he did for the monks at Uraku-ji and Mount Hai, and the province of the members of Iki of Nagashima and Ise province. Nobunaga used this technique to expose the inability of his enemies to protect their vassals and the inhabitants of their territory. In famous example of this strategy, he set fire to the northern part of Kyoto in 1573 to damage the prestige of Ashigaka Yoshiaki and force the shogun to reconcile with him. Warrior monks, so high. In ancient Japan, the main sources of revenue for Buddhist monasteries, of which there were many, relied heavily on estates shown where peasants worked in the various tolls placed on the roads. To protect these domains from powerful and greedy neighbors, early Heian period monasteries called on the men-at-arms employed by the estates to defend them. These warriors were tonsured and considered part of the monastery staff. Their role was to deter anyone hostile to the monks by their sheer presence and, if necessary, make the peasants pay their shares. They also defended the domain from common brigades and used their weapons, typically fushards, to pacify crowds of monks who would gather to protest measures taken by the central authority that they considered unfair. That is how the great monasteries of central Japan, such as Todaiji, Kofuku-ji, and Nara, and Rakuji near Kyoto, the headquarters of the Tendai School, Mount Koya, and the headquarters of the Shingon School, formed powerful armies of warrior monks capable of facing the lords of the Middle Ages. These warrior monks were dressed in long robes with stoles covering their face, giving them a fearsome appearance. In pursuing unification, Oda Nobunaga destroyed the private military organizations established by the monasteries. In 1571, he attacked and burned Enraku-ji to the ground, destroying their military might. Hideyoshi did the same to the warrior monks in Nagaro-ji in 1585. By the 17th century, the Tokugawa clan had completed the disarmament of the monasteries. And Armagasi and Araki Murashige. Between the years of 1512 and 1527, Hosokawa Takakuni and a castle built in Armagasaki. The castle was strategically placed and located on the land routes between Kyoto and Osaka, near the estuary formed by two arms of the Yodo and near the several landing stages. Subsequently, several feudal lords, starting with Nagayoshi Miyoshi, 1522 to 1564, and Narumasa Sasa, 1536 to 1588, succeeded each other as the head of this small fortress. Araki Murashige also left a significant mark of history of Amagasaki. In the 16th century, in 1575, Murashige dominated the entire province of Setsu, but he turned against his former lord Oda Nobunaga and ended up retreating into the castle of Amagasaki, where he resisted for 6 months against the forces attacking on behalf of Nobunaga. Oda Nobunaga promised the vassal of Araki Murashige, including Araki Kyozemon, who was in charge of the castle of Irokai, on behalf of Murashige, to spare the women and children if they made the castles of Amagasaki and Hanukuma capitulate. Kyozemon and his men left their wives and children at the castle of Iroki as Nobunaga's hostages and went to try and persuade Murashige. However, the latter refused to set an example. Nobunaga ordered the execution of all the hostages. Later, in 1617, Lord Toda Ujikane and the castle transformed, now flanked by the four-story keep, several moats, and turrets. Interesting. Education of samurai children. In the Kakun family teaching precepts, in the mid-16th century, the Tokitaka Kakun is clearly stated the warrior's child, a boy, must first master letters, reading, writing, missives, and calligraphy. In ancient Japan, having poor handwriting was a source of mockery. Additionally, a variety of other activities were taught, including archery, horseback riding, arithmetic, elements of medicine, poetry, singing, playing of the flute and tambourine, ball games, basket weaving, flower arranging, the art of war, and the sumo, to name a few. Learning literature was prioritized even among young warriors. Despite the very warlike atmosphere of the 16th century, education was not solely focused on combat and war. In another family document, it is noted that the child had a teacher for letters, martial arts, and Buddhism teacher who mainly taught morality. Each warrior family had its own rules and teachings. Samurai families, children learned to read and write at home under the father's authority. However, increasingly learning was in temple schools where monk taught children the basic of writing, reading, and arithmetic, with classes differing by age 7 to 8 years, 9 to 10 years, and 11 to 13 years. Reading was learned from the Analects of Confucius. There was a large amount of moral teachings encouraging good and denouncing evil. According to the Confucian criteria, respect for rights, honesty, and sincerity, etc., along with the instruction on manners related to politeness practices, how to greet properly, for example, singing, and religious education. For wealthier families, education was often provided by private tutors from the ages of 13 to 15. When the boy knew how to ride horses, hunting became an important activity as it was understood to be training for war. At the end of the 16th century, the first schools for combat training appeared. For girls, they were taught to follow the standards of court nobility from the Heian period. They were to work on their posture, and the focus was solely on the education of letters, writing, poetry, calligraphy, etc., and the arts, mainly singing and musical instruments. Around the ages of 13 and 15, warrior girls sometimes attended lectures on Chinese and Japanese poetry. And that is it. We have read every single fucking thing there could be to read. We've done every single quest there could be to read. That is going to do it for this video, and that is going to do it for Assassin's Creed Shadows. If you guys did enjoy, please drop a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. If you're new here, please subscribe for more video game videos. After this, we will be working on Atomfall, and after that, we got a quest, a DLC quest on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. After that, we'll be working on Claire Obscure's Expedition 33, and after that, we got Doom the Dark Ages. WWE and AEW professional wrestling videos, I just said NXT because I'm watching it on the side. God damn it, NFL and other football videos as well. Social medias in the description below, Twitter and Instagram, you can go and follow those. Leave a comment of what you thought of episode 16 of Assassin's Creed Shadows, and leave a comment of what you thought of Assassin's Creed Shadows as a whole, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for tuning in.